Into top stories, a former parliamentarian says a march is not the answer, a call for politicians' salaries to be cut in half, and 2 centenarians celebrate milestones. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, July 21st, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your time, your way.
Former parliamentarian Hamilton Lashley does not believe a march is the solution to the controversial solid waste tax. Although not in favor of the levy, he suggested that it may be better for Barbadians to come together, have dialogue, and work towards saving the island's economy. He was responding to opposition leader Mia Mottley's call for Barbadians to join her on Thursday as she marches from the Parliament buildings to government headquarters at noon. Mr. Lashley wished Ms. Mottley well with her venture, but pointed out that Barbadians were slow to march unless influenced by what he termed external forces. Meantime, the Barbados Labour Party continues to call on Barbadians to let their voices be heard concerning the tax. During a mass meeting last night, several speakers said the levy was ill-conceived and it was creating hardship for both households and businesses. The BLP is instead suggesting that a smaller charge be added to all water bills to fund solid waste disposal and reduce the Barbados Water Authority's reliance on government. Political activist David Commis-Young says if he had his way, politicians' salaries would be cut by 50%. Charging that there has been a decline in the quality of politicians in recent times, he said many people chose to face the electorate in order to qualify for a handsome pension or become a celebrity rather than serve the people. Addressing the University of Independence Square on Sunday, he said there were hundreds of public servants currently living comfortably on mid-level salaries, and there was no reason why politicians couldn't do the same. The financing of the island's healthcare system is under review. This from Minister of Health John Boyce, who said costs have risen significantly over the years, partly because of more advanced medical treatments and technologies. He said public expenditure accounted for approximately 65% of the $500 million spent on healthcare annually, while households were paying as much as $179 million to healthcare providers. Mr. Boyce said government would have to work with the community, healthcare providers, and insurance companies to better manage these costs. He made the comments on Saturday night during the Bayview Hospital's 25th anniversary dinner and awards ceremony. Another Barbadian has reached the coveted 100-year milestone. She is Margarita Jones, who was joined by family, friends, and well-wishers as she celebrated today. She wasn't very talkative, but the smile that crossed her face several times during the visit from Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave was evidence of her appreciation. She listened quietly as those paying tribute acknowledged her love for God. Ms. Jones had 8 children, 4 of whom are still alive. There are not many people alive today who were around when World War I was breaking out, but by that time, Mabel Yearwood was already 7 years old. And yesterday, she celebrated her 107th birthday with a visit from family, friends, and members of the Church of God, Welchman Hall, St. Thomas. Mrs. Yearwood has 1 daughter, 7 grandchildren, 20 great-grands, and 6 great-great-grandchildren. Barbados Defense Force Chaplain Reverend Joel Cumberbatch has urged Barbadians to seek to make a difference not only in the island but the world. Addressing an anniversary service of the Barbados Legion on Sunday at the St. Matthias Anglican Church, he told the congregation they didn't have to look far for world changers since many Barbadians make significant contributions to the world. Calypsonian Colin Spencer today donated $1,000 to the Barbados Association for the Blind and Deaf. He said he usually gives to charity, but he was motivated to help this one because its president Elviston Maloney entered the Calypsonian arena this year. And now for an entertainment roundup with Amanda Norville.
Today we have a pretty packed crossover package, so let's dive right in. On Friday, the MQI Banks Line Pickety Crop semifinals took place at the gymnasium of the Garfield Sobers complex. At the end of the night, 9 people were announced to face off with reigning monarch Ian Webster. Those 9 are Biggie Irie, Classic, AC, Blood, Crystal Cummins Beckles, the announcer, Kid Say, Miguel, and first-timer Mikey. There was a tie for reserve spot between John King and Sammy G. Speaking of Sammy G, she had quite the weekend, and she also took home the 13-18 Junior Monarch title on Saturday night at Scotiabank Junior Monarch Finals. With her song Singing My Tribute, she swept the field with 441 points. This is her second title in the competition. Renan copped his first ever title in the younger category 8 to 12 with his song No Daddy. Yesterday, soca took over Farley Hills. Thousands descended on the venue to hear the latest crossover sounds and just to have a good time and a good old Bajan life. They weren't disappointed as the local and regional acts did a great job at keeping the crowd entertained. Look out for more crossover and entertainment news in the Weekend Buzz on Friday. Back to you, Natasha.
In sport, perennial powerhouses Empire are the Super League hockey champions. On Saturday night at the AstroTurf in Wildy, Empire beat the University of the West Indies Blackbirds 3-1 on penalty flicks. The two teams had fought tooth and nail and were virtually inseparable after regulation, playing to a 3-3 tie. The IAAF World Junior Championships get underway on Wednesday in Oregon in the United States. Barbados has a team of 9 athletes competing in various disciplines, and you can get your updates here. And finally, a Michigan sheriff says he's trading his inmates' orange jumpsuits for black and white stripes, in part due to pop culture. All orange jumpsuits are increasingly viewed as fashionable, especially because they're seen on popular TV shows, such as Orange is the New Black. The sheriff said inmates sometimes work in public, and he doesn't want there to be any confusion. And that's Nation News for Monday. Get your Nation News on our website, nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.